Have you ever considered the impact of personal relationships on high-stakes legal proceedings? It's fascinating how the personal can become political, especially in cases of national interest. Let's take a look at a current example that's capturing headlines. We're diving into the racketeering case against former President Donald Trump and his allies. They're charged with attempting to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. Yes, you heard it right. A former president of the United States is facing charges tied to his attempts to reverse his electoral defeat. It's a significant case, and the eyes of the nation, if not the world, are watching. Now let's introduce a key player in this courtroom drama. Fulton County District Attorney FANI Willis. Willis isn't just any district attorney. She's leading the charge against Trump in this case, and her actions could have significant implications for the former president. But here's where it gets complicated. Willis is facing allegations that could potentially affect the case. Michael Roman, director of Trump's 2020 Election Day operations and a co-defendant in the case, has raised questions about Willis's impartiality. He alleges that Willis had an improper romantic relationship with one of the prosecutors she hired for the case, Nathan Wade. It's a serious allegation, and if proven true, it could lead to Willis's disqualification. And if Willis is disqualified, it could necessitate the disqualification of the entire Fulton County District Attorney's Office. It's a domino effect that could send ripples through the justice system and the nation. The situation is fraught with tension, controversy, and uncertainty. It's more than just a case. It's a narrative unfolding in real time, a narrative that could alter the course of American politics. Now let's delve deeper into these allegations and their potential implications. So what exactly are these explosive allegations against FANI Willis? Well, let's delve into the details. The complaint that's making waves comes from none other than Michael Roman, the director of Trump's 2020 Election Day operations. Roman has raised questions about Willis's alleged conflict of interest connected to her relationship with a lawyer by the name of Nathan Wade. Here's where it gets interesting. Nathan Wade wasn't just any lawyer, but a special prosecutor hired for the Trump case. The complaint alleges that Willis didn't just hire Wade, but that she personally profited from the contract. Wade, it seems, was handsomely paid for his role in the case, his legal fees amounting to somewhere between $653,000 and potentially as much as $1 million. But where does the alleged conflict of interest come in? Well, the claim suggests that Wade used his earnings from the case to fund trips that he and Willis took together, including visits to Napa Valley and the Caribbean. Quite the luxury, wouldn't you say? However, the plot thickens. On the very day after Wade was hired as a special prosecutor on the Trump case, he initiated divorce proceedings. His soon-to-be ex-wife, Joycelyn Mayfield Wade, has claimed in court records that Wade failed to disclose his finances, including those from his work in Fulton County. In response to these allegations, Wade has insisted that he has complied with all discovery obligations. He has accused his wife of being stubbornly litigious and prolonging the matter without any stated reasons. All this brings us to the question, what do these allegations mean for the prosecution of the Trump case? That's a complex question, and the answer hinges on the extent of the potential conflict of interest. Legal experts have noted that disqualification doesn't rely on whether Willis made prosecutorial decisions based on her relationship with Wade, but on the potential for such a conflict to exist. But what's the truth behind these allegations? Let's examine the evidence. When it comes to legal disputes, evidence is king. So, what does the evidence say in this case? Let's delve into the court records related to Wade's divorce, which has been described as contentious. It's alleged that Wade failed to disclose his finances, sparking a dispute that has yet to be resolved. His wife, Joycelyn Mayfield Wade, claimed that her husband had not been transparent about his earnings, including those stemming from his work with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. This lack of transparency led to a court ruling, with presiding Cobb County Superior Court Judge Henry Thompson holding Wade in contempt for failing to disclose financial statements, including bank and credit card statements. The evidence doesn't stop there. In September, Joycelyn Mayfield Wade stated in a court filing that she would be forced to subpoena records in order to obtain information about her husband's earnings from his legal work for both the Fulton County District Attorney's Office and Fulton County itself in November and December. Turning our attention to Willis, she herself was subpoenaed for testimony on January 8th, mere hours before Roman filed his motion seeking the dismissal of the charges and disqualification. This subpoena demanded her appearance for a videotape deposition on January 23rd. In response to these allegations, Willis has remained somewhat silent. A spokesperson stated that all matters would be addressed in court filings, but no direct comments have been made by Willis herself. The evidence paints a complex picture, but how might this impact the Trump case? The answer to this question lies in the potential for a conflict of interest and the extent to which this conflict might exist. All eyes will be on the court as it navigates these murky waters in the coming months.